Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, hey you guys, it's TsubakiSwagg and I'm coming to you with my review of Parasyte the Maxim, episode 5, The Stranger, stage 5. Oh my god. I was not, oh my god, I was really just not prepared at all for what in the fuck just happened. Oh my god. Okay, so this episode, it starts off, Shinichi, he overslept, he was going to school, he was on his way to school, and he sees Nagai, the guy who punched him in his face, because he liked Murano, Satomi, and he was getting beat up, so he tried to intervene and pretty much got his ass whooped too. And this girl with long black hair, name is Kana, she kind of intervened, and that was what stopped Muro? I don't know how to pronounce his name. He is irrelevant at this point. Stopped him from pretty much beating the shit out of Shinichi, and they got up and went about their business. Nagai didn't understand why Shinichi was trying to help him, and still ended up getting hurt. So, oh my god. After that, they went to school, and his friend, I can't remember her name, and Murano confronted him and asked him what was wrong, and he wouldn't tell them. And then some more people came up, some more guys came up that are friends with Nagai, and pretty much was like, I heard that you tried to stop them, blah blah blah, so just let me know if you hear anything else. So after school was out, Shinichi and Murano were walking home. Shinichi got confronted by Kana, and Kana took a picture of him and Murano and was like, so this is your girlfriend? And she was pretty much saying all these weird things, and Shinichi walked around her, and then they got confronted, and Shinichi got fucked up, like really fucked up. Like, it was ridiculous how bad he got beat. And Migi came up and was pretty much like telling him that on a scale, if like Shinichi was a 10 as far as strength, then the other dude would be an 18, and the other ones would be like a 16 and 14 and 12. And it looked like they were about to like rape Murano, like if Shinichi had just left and went home, which would have been horrible. But of course, Shinichi being Shinichi, he wasn't about to leave. So Shinichi stayed and pretty much got his ass whooped. And then all the guys that are friends with Nagai came up and pretty much just took out the gang. And Kana was the one who got them to come. So, I mean, that was pretty awesome on Kana's part, but Kana should have done more. I feel like she could have done more to stop them from whooping their ass, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. And also, she, very much so like Murano, she has perception, like she can perceive or she can feel and hear the waves that only the parasites can hear. And she saw this when she looked into Shinichi's eyes the first time. And then after the fight was still going on in Murano and Shinichi could leave, Murano walked Shinichi home. They got in the house and she fixed him up and stuff, and he asked her if she thought he was weird, and she pretty much was like, yeah, you're weird, but she meant that as a compliment, because most normal people wouldn't just stop when they know that they'll probably get their ass handed to them to help somebody else. And Shinichi has been doing that time and time again lately. So she thinks Shinichi is awesome. And Shinichi, he was trying to get it on. He told her that his parents were there, and he asked her if she wanted to stay over. She was like, no, I'm going to go home. And Migi, of course, being Migi, was like, I wanted to see what human intercourse looked like. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, so after Shinichi walked Murano out and she was about to walk home, Kana literally popped up out of nowhere, and she said she wanted to apologize to him and all this kind of stuff, and she shook his hand, and I believe she felt me like in his hand because of her perception. And once they got back in the house, like, Shinichi heard up and went in the house, and Migi pretty much told Shinichi that he needs to steer clear of her because her perception is on a completely different level than Murano's is. So Shinichi needs to watch out for this chick. But I don't know if she's going to be a friend or a foe. That's a really good question. So after all of that, Migi, well, Shinichi gets, well, we see Shinichi's parents. They are like standing, like looking at the sunset. And before all of this happened, they showed at the beginning, they showed two people in the car. You could tell that the woman was a parasite, but they got in a car accident. She didn't have her seatbelt on, so the parasite woman went through the window and was about to die, so she severed her head and put it on the other man's body, which shows that it is completely possible for you to sever, like if you sever that body part and put it on another person's body, then they can still keep living on, which is really, really creepy. But the fact that the parasite had become accustomed to a female body, when it attached to a male's body, it couldn't hardly function and the body was rejecting it. So it had to find another woman, which ties into them showing Shinichi's mom and dad. And the parasite took Shinichi's mom's head off. Like, I really like Naboku. She was so freaking awesome. And now she's gone. I was really just not prepared in the slightest for that. Like, not at all. Oh, that made my heart hurt. I was not prepared in the slightest for that. I just was not at all prepared. I was not at all prepared in the slightest. Oh my god, that made my heart hurt. I was not ready. And then on top of that, the thing tried to kill Shinichi's dad too. And Shinichi's dad was able, like, he was able to get a call out to Shinichi. And when Shinichi answered the phone, his dad was just like, your mom, Nobuku, he didn't actually, all he said was that monster, I'm going to get it, if it was the last thing he did. And then he like passed out and then the phone went dead. And Shinichi was just like, he was so confused and angry, he went to sleep, and when he woke up, he's noticed that his dad didn't even call him back. So there's a possibility that his dad is dead too. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? I was not ready. And then on top of that, Migi kept telling him that he needed to sleep, and that then out of nowhere he sensed a parasite was coming to, like, directly to his house, and it was like within meters of his house. And then like Shinichi went to go get a knife, and then Migi told him that the monster was at his door. And when he was about around the corner, the door opened, and he was like, it can unlock the door, blah blah blah. And it was walking towards him. All you see is a shadow, and then it turns the corner, and it's Shinichi's mom. And Shinichi literally has like a mental breakdown. Like, Migi knows that this is not his mom anymore. Like, the parasite has taken over her body, but Shinichi is not understanding this, and he is literally like having a mental breakdown right now, trying to talk to the parasite. And the parasite is like, the man has not returned yet, blah blah blah, I need to go back and make sure that he's dead, blah blah blah. And Shinichi's just trying to talk to her and tell her about like the parasite in his hand, and just Migi is like, you need to move, like you need to move the knife out of my way. And Shinichi tries to cut his arm off, and then the mom like stabs him in the chest. And that was the end of the episode. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I was not at all prepared for this fucking episode. Not in the slightest prepared. Oh my god. Now I can see where all that stuff is coming from in the opening, when they show like Shinichi like with his hair back, and Migi's like, his hand is showing. Oh my god. I'm not ready. Was not ready at all. I'm still like in awe. I don't understand. Oh my god. Let me. So, okay. I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode, because that was just fucking crazy. It was not prepared in the slightest. But as always, Please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios. In my haste of trying to get out what I was trying to say, I forgot to mention that they also showed at the beginning, they showed, what's her name? His teacher talking to him, and it's a possibility that now that Migi has become a part of Shinichi's body, that he is starting to become a little more inhumane, which is their hypothesis on why she said she wasn't going to kill him because he's not pure, he's impure now, is because Migi has come in contact with his body, he has changed on a psychological level. Like even other people have mentioned that he's different, like he's not normal, like he's changed from what he used to be. Even his mom had mentioned it, and so had Murano. So in a way, he might be changing literally for, it could either be for better or for worse. We don't know. I don't know at this point, but I would love to hear how you guys feel about it. So yeah, that's it. Bye.